What is good, everybody? This is another watch party with Cardi, and today we are going back in time with some more UPCHURCH, some of his older stuff. This is off of the first Creeker album. This is PondCreek Road. Little fun fact about not fun fact, a little fun story about this song. So last summer, my mother-in-law was with us, and me and my wife ran to the store, or we was doing something, ran in somewhere, and my phone was hooked up to my car, and this song came on, right? And so when we came back, she's like, yeah, some weird stuff going on. Something about the TBI or something, some kind of investigation for some murder or something. She's like, I'm not understanding what's going on. But then it got interrupted by a song, so I don't know what's going on. So I had to show her that the beginning of this song was part of a news clip. You know what I mean? She didn't realize, but it was funny. That was a good, funny story. All right, let's get into this. Enough of my stories.
Happening now, TBI investigators remain on the scene of a death investigation out in Cheatham County.
19 miles from the music city lights, where the people bring guns to big knife fights. And the sheriff don't care, so don't try to call. He might be in ties with the man on the farm. Uncle Red's on a...
Dude, I don't care how old this song gets. This is one of those timeless songs. I love it. This is a good track.
And he's lost in the field, trying to dodge that thunder that keeps striking these hills. The road I'm on has no yellow lights, just cracked asphalt and broken sights. The potholes filled with THC. When the street lights disappear, you're on the creek road, Creek road.
Now, I don't know how many of y'all actually grew up in the country. I didn't grow up in the country, but I did. I'm from a really small town of at that time I think it was like 600 people. It has grown. It's at to 800 people now. They put in big subdivisions and whatnot. But, so me, I was always down at the creek. There was a creek there in town. And they call it the village or whatever, the village of this town. I'm not going to say the town, but man, it was always on the creek, man. Always walking the old railroad tracks, and my cousins, they lived about a half hour away. I would spend the weekends there. I'd spend the summers there working on my cousin's farm. They had a grain farm with horses, and man, they owned, what was it, like 2,500 acres of farmland, actual farmland. That's not counting the wooded land or what their houses sat on. And, dude, like he says, you know what I mean, on the street lights, yeah. It was just fun, man, just growing up, having that chance to live that life, man, in a sense. Or not even to live that life, experience that life.
These bridges are tattooed in John Deere green. Jaybirds looks like something from a movie scene. And I know who's dangerous and who's insane, who's got the blue flame and Mary Jane. The road I...
Dude, and that's the thing about it, living in the small town or even down where my cousins lived at, you knew who had what, man. You knew how he explains, you know. Go back.
Who's insane?
Let's go back
Who's
further.
And I know who's dangerous and who's insane.
You know who you can trust. You know who the wild, crazy ones were. You know who may be potentially not somebody you want to fuck with, you know. And you knew who had the best green, who had the best CBDs and such, you know, or who was just on bullshit, the thieves and stuff like that. You knew all that stuff. Living in these big cities, big towns, as when I got older, I lived in a town of like 30,000, 50,000 people, and you didn't know hardly anybody,
Who's got the blue flame and Mary Jane? The road I'm on has no yellow lights, just cracked asphalt and broken sides. The potholes filled with THC. When the streetlights disappear, you're on the creek. The road I'm
He's talking about in the chorus. Let me take it back.
The potholes filled with lights, just cracked asphalt and broken.
The roads that my cousins that were on, man, there was no asphalt, none. It was all straight gravel, potholes. The road commissioners or whatever didn't fix them. We had to fix them. We had to go get the gravel and put it in. These roads were only like a lane and a half, if that, man. Another car was coming at you. You couldn't pass. You couldn't stay on the road. You had to take the ditch and go. Yeah, there was no yellow lines. There wasn't. We had to, because all the crops and how dusty it was with all the gravel roads. When we were flying down these gravel roads, they kick up dust. We all know how they kick up dust. We literally would take the Haggy out and wet the gravel. Wet the gravel down, just so the dust wouldn't fly. Just so it wouldn't.
The potholes filled with THC. When the streetlights disappear, you're on the creek. The road I'm on is a place I know. The big white church with the haunted cove.
And you know what? I love how Church points this stuff out in his music and puts it in his music. Because me, as a fan, back in 2020, January 2020, he did back-to-back shows down in Knoxville at Cotton Eye Joe's. I was there for both of them. Well, anyways, on our way back home, it took us an hour away because I'm from Northern Illinois. I wanted to go to Ashland City. I wanted to go to PondCreek Road. And, dude, as soon as you get on PondCreek Road, not the one end, but when you get towards the other end, it's like you feel like you're at home because of the pictures he has painted for us. And I love that. I love seeing that.
Black marks leading to another lifetime in the side of a tall pine. The road I'm on has no yellow lights, just cracked asphalt and broken sides. The potholes filled with THC. When the streetlights disappear, you're on the creek. Pond Creek Road, Pond Creek Road, Pond Creek Road.
And investigators say there are currently a lot of unanswered questions.
So, yeah, that was UPCHURCH PondCreek Road. And a little bit back about, me going to Ashland City and going to PondCreek Road. It was nothing, obviously. Dude, just point out that white church. To point out Jaybirds. Find Chicken Willie's. It was, you could find it. The bridge that everything's spray painted on, he shows that everything's spray painted on Johnny Green where he put his name and stuff at. Easy. Boom. Found it. Quick. Didn't even have to ask. Didn't even do no searching. Found the bridge with no problem. All because how he puts it into his music and into his videos. But I appreciate y'all. That was UPCHURCH PondCreek Road.